Didn't have your say. They said wise man say, successful person.
Yes, that's.
All right, let's get this party started, shall we?
Okay, so it's been.
Children,
Order
anyone, no one?
So you're gonna have to speak up.
I don't have like a knife.
Will now come to.
This meeting, I guess, for the first official transitional 2026 Nordecke board meeting is now in session. Woohoo! Welcome, everybody. Okay, let me get in and pull up our agenda. That's not it. Thank you. Okay. My updates. I don't have many right now, but I did just want to note. Where's my official written? Hold on, guys. Sorry. Can you tell it's been a Thursday?
It's Thursday? You too?
It is. It's Friday Eve. Okay. All right, I can't find my official thing that I was going to say, but we'll just swing it because that's what we do here. So, just wanted to make note too that as we're starting the new term and everything, all current directors, deputies, and senior leadership have all signed the update, not even updated, it's just the same code of conduct, but the code of conduct for 2026. So we have them on file for everyone. Good job, everyone, getting that done before takeover. That is a good thing.
Thanks, Bethany.
Yes, Bethany, let's give snaps for Bethany. Secretary on it, getting it done. And then lots of moving pieces. Memberships launched. If you haven't gotten yours yet, buy it. There's 3 tiers. We'll let Melanie speak on that with her updates. But yeah, lots of things moving with Christmas Eve, sunrise toast, Christmas tailgate, all the things. I'm gonna let other directors get to what they've been working on, what they've been prepping, and then we'll get into the nitty-gritty of Christmas. And then next is comms. Colin is not here. So Bethany, any updates on your guys' end?
No, nothing really to report currently.
If anyone is interested in joining the comms team, I'm sure they could always use some extra help.
We are currently looking for a social media person.
There you go. If anyone knows social media, TikTok wants to help make Nordecke go viral.
7 twice as good.
Alex with
Yes. Run its course.
So I'm going to jump in on that. While we're looking for positions, we are looking for a new webmaster as well. Brian is helping us in the interim until we can find someone to switch over, but we need a tech savvy webmaster. So if anyone is techie and wants to dedicate their time to helping the hamster run its wheel every other week when parking tickets go on sale or Hella's Real lotteries and things like that, we would be forever grateful, especially us tech challenged people. And then another position that has opened up is game date operation. Trent has stepped down for this year, so Paco needs help. Right now, we are running on a game day team for that position. Norm is deputying that, if I'm not mistaken. So he's deputy, but not director. So we have a team that Norm is working with as far as creating the ticket and parking products in the store when we do launch tickets in the very, very, very near future is all I will say. Did we announce when we're doing that yet? No? Okay. So in the very, very near future, I'll tease with that. And then to help with the lotteries and stuff like that until a brave soul decides they want to throw their ring in and volunteer and step into that directorial position. So that is open. And I think that's all we have open right now.
Mhm.
If anyone can, okay, perfect. And then we'll move on to community with Emily.
We are building, in the process of building our season out. We have pretty much everything squared away. We're just waiting on a couple more confirmations, but we currently have 9 different community events. We're doing stuff with the food bank, Mid-Ohio Food Bank. We're doing stuff with Worthington Resource Pantry. We're doing the Tech Pay finisher line again. Ronald McDonald House. So look forward to everyone coming out again. We're going to put that Sign of Genius out. Same thing we did last year. We'll have that out soon. And we're still waiting to hear back on a soccer community group that we wanted to work with. It's called Top Soccer. And so as soon as their schedule's out, we'll get that on our schedule. So that's all I have. So and Pride merch. Of course, we're doing Pride merch.
And then we'll move on to, wait a minute, you moved too fast.
Right.
Creative.
Ron.
So we have 2 projects that are kind of already being started as far as the artwork goes. The first one is going to be Christmas, and then we have a little bit of a special project. We had an idea last year that we talked about where we could involve some of the schools in the area in TIFO. And we took that to the front office to try to partner with them since they already have relationships with schools. So that project is going to be for the second game. And the process is going to be a little bit different for that. That's going to look like is we're going to trace the artwork and then we're going to cut it up into pieces and send those pieces to the different schools so that they can take them in their art classes or however they choose to do it. And then we're going to get those back and stitch them together.
God help us.
So what?
I said, God help us.
Yeah, gonna be interesting.
We can hold sewing classes,
But-
right?
Yes, Rick will be teaching everybody how to sew. So schedule for right now, I've reached out to a couple different places to try to get an alternate location for tracing until we can get some sort of a system built in the TIFO space, since we're not allowed to hang anything from the ceiling anymore. Shooting for Monday, Tuesday is what I've asked for. So as soon as I have confirmation from one of those places, I'll get that schedule out to everybody so we can get those things traced out. And then from there, we have a longer term schedule developed that I can put out to everybody, so we're not doing it. Just waiting for those locations for tracing, everything else. Well, then.
Is there any update on new TIFO space? I mean, that's not an issue.
There is not an update right now. We are continuing to look, had some conversations with some people, but nothing.
Sounds good. Thank you, Brent. Paco / Norm.
So, yeah, we have match day. Have been in some busy bees this season coming up. In case nobody haven't read Slack or anything, Ashley Smith Haggard is going to be the deputy for match day this year. She's been really great. We're really getting a lot of items ready for the home opener. Right now we're working on documenting and getting our capital list ready for the season. Eventually we'd like to be able to work with the webmaster to be able to have a centralized hub on the website that kind of lists what you should what you'd like, if you'd like to be a capital, what you can do, how to get involved with the organization, what to expect, rules, guidelines, that kind of stuff. The 2026 smoke waivers are out, so please don't leave here if you haven't signed one yet, so I can get you guys to sign one. Ashley and I are both reaching out to everyone from last season that we can remember that has signed one, so that we can get those signed and turned in for the beginning of the season. So I have a bunch of paper copies, so I'll hand out one to everyone, so you can have those taken care of. I have requested from the front office to start utilizing a little bit more of the section more smoke instead of just the top three, instead of just the three capo stands. So I've asked for sections 125 and 129, both on top and on the bottom, and then in the middle section, which is usually LaGuardia. There are some changes that are happening to run a show that we're not able to kind of talk about right now. We do have a call with the FO tomorrow. There's also an FO call on the 19th, where we're kind of hopefully figure everything out as far as what we're doing for run a show. But one of those things though is adding more smoke to the section and having more people involved with actually popping smokes. So
Are you saying the popping smokes for that portion for goals or for like TIFO lifts or what have you? All of the above?
all of the above.
If we can smoke it, they'll let us smoke it.
Smoking.
Okay.
So all goals, all match igniter. Yeah, anything, anytime we pop smoke.
So they're really fitting with the Scott's Grow House theme is what you're telling us.
It's on brand, right?
Well, they're actually gonna brand that little overlook new
Uh-huh.
premium seating to be the contact high section.
Good job. Emily did the Lord's work last year and contacted the Cincinnati Fire Department. And it's they've finally gotten us. They contacted us back again. I've been playing phone tag with them, but she reached out to them in order for us to get our permit for our college drill game. I want to get that and secure that before we even have to worry about it. So we don't have to go to the rec to have smoke for that. So I am following up on that. Match day has already been asked to participate in a few things. For the season, you'll see some of our volunteers, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. We had a photo shoot at the stadium that they were able to participate in. So that's gonna be really cool. Hopefully the pictures will turn out really great. There's some other stuff, like I said, that's happening that we can't kind of talk about right now, but hopefully can kind of give some information a little bit later. Ashley and I will start filming some reels and some match day stuff to put out on our socials. Hopefully we're trying to disseminate as much information as we can in regards to like chance and just like how to get to the tailgate, what time the tailgate's at, starting, come out and do some banners. So we'll start filming those and hopefully start getting those out to our comms team next week so we can kind of start getting that ball rolling with the season kind of coming up. I know I'm running long. Hold on. Yeah, March to the Match has been requested by for Christmas. Details are still being worked out. Again, things are changing, and I have been told to I will find out the answer for something. So I am still waiting to get those details.
So specific. Things are changing and I'll find out an answer to something at some point in time.
Yes.
No, we know when.
Yeah.
We know when it's going to be approximately the night before Christmas.
The night, when they make the decision and tell you.
Yeah, if they're on top.
Yes, and will please.
I'll just throw something real quick. Thank you to all of the TIFO sweats, whoever they may be, folks who assisted in repairing and touching up our rail banners during the off season, giving them the theme and getting them ready to fly even on the Mendoza party deck going into the. The other thing I'll say is we have gotten confirmation. We asked the question. We've gotten confirmation from the team that we will not be allowed to hang rail banners on the observation deck. So, well, I call it the zoo observation deck because that's where the zoo animals. But we won't be able to use that. However, there's not currently a sponsor for the party deck, which means we have additional space to build it. So that remains in place. And as of last checking, the team is still planning on doing their one one flag per nationality on the team display for the company. But that is just for those who haven't heard about this before. Basically, midpoint through last season, following the signing of Wesson, the team said we fly one flag per every nationality. But the team buys those flags and owns those flags, and the team employees put that up every night. So it's not something that we personally have any hands on. And so as of last time this came up, that was still the coming season, and we kind of internally keeping track of who are the new nationalities, just to make sure that every new player coming in the team ends up being represented there. But we are not. That is a part of the display that is not run by Nordecke.
Can you just, Norm, you'll be better at remembering this than I will. Can you make note that we should ask for a Swedish flag to include coach as well?
Yeah, it's good.
All right. I know,
She's on the Zoom.
I was gonna say Melanie is on the Zoom. So we will go to merch.
Hi, I hope everyone can hear me. I'm going to start this out very 2020. Quick update with merch. I don't have a lot. I mean, it's a weird transition since we're launching memberships the same day I'm coming in. But we have seen like really strong early engagement. We're already a little bit over 200 members, which is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Um, I have been working with Emily and Bethany to figure out the existing inventory of merch items that we have from years past that we are working to unload at this point. It is the 30th year, so it's a perfect opportunity to get rid of some of the stuff that we've been holding on to. And then as far as the memberships, we do have the 3 tiers. I'm going to reiterate what Courtney said. If you haven't bought one yet, please go buy one. But I think the tiers seem to be very well received. We're finalizing the products, the sling bag and the t-shirt. So we're kind of working on the finalizing of stages of those. And then we should have everything ready to go ASAP. We're working as fast as we can. But I do have a lot of plans. I know I want to work specifically with Emily for the Pride parade and Pride Month and everything. I know that was a really big idea and big selling point for last year. So everyone loves that. I want to kind of keep going with that route. But yeah, we'll see what else we can plan and bring some cool stuff that we haven't seen before.
Thanks, Melanie. Anyone questions, comments? Okay, that's all the time I'm giving. Partnerships.
For those that aren't aware, Robbie has agreed to stay on as a deputy this year to help with the transition. So he's going to be a deputy from afar and help with all that. I have a call with him tomorrow to go over all of the transition stuff that he has as far as partnerships. He's already sent an email out, letting the partners know kind of the transition that's going on, and we're just working on setting up away watch parties and going from there. That's all I really have at this point until I can touch base with Robbie.
And then last but not least, travel.
Yeah, so we are starting the season off on the road, obviously, with 2 away games. We've had those 2 games up for sale for a month or so now. We have, I think last check I saw was about 30 people heading to Portland and 20 or 25 heading to Kansas City. So decent participation, especially for so early in the season. So pretty happy with that. Been working with Ty 2.0 or replacement Ty or whatever term we're giving him. He's actually been very good about getting us the information early for ticket sales. We currently have 10 of the 6, well, there's 17 away games, but if we take away how much we go, because we did the lottery for that. So of the 16 away games that we'll post for sale, we've already posted 10 of those for sale on the website. So very happy with that. Expect that we'll have the rest of it posted by the end of this month. So the goal is to have everything available way earlier than we've done in past years. That was a request from some supporters. So pretty happy with that. And then we'll just kind of move forward with, spend the rest of the year focusing on game day experience and making sure that folks have a good time when they do travel, have something to do, see game and all that.
The 10 does include all three of the
Yes.
Northeast.
It does, yeah, so
games.
what Brent's referring to, if anyone's not seen, we have a really interesting week coming up there, I think it's mid-May. Where we are playing in a 6-day span at NYC on a Sunday, at Red Bull on a Wednesday, and at Philly on Saturday. So all of those games are obviously really close together, and all three of those are three of the games that are posted, as Brent was saying, and we've had a lot of people mention that they would like to kind of make an East Coast trip of that, since all those cities are within a couple hours of each other. And they hit up 3 crew games in 6 days. So yes, all three of those are called.
What, for that stretch, is it just kind of trying to figure out, like, I guess, is there anything planned to kind of help people along that, if someone wants to do that whole week-long trip?
We've been talking with Mike at Crew York, and they want to step up and kind of co-plan it. Obviously the 2 games in New York, but most of their members are also planning on going out to Philly for the game. So we're going to make like a co-branded event. We'll definitely do pre-game events, like meetups or some sort of tailgate before each of the 3 games. Beyond that, I'm kind of playing it by ear, whether people want to do kind of other events, like do we want to get a group of people going to the Statue of Liberty? Do we want to get people, doing other stuff? Or do people just want to do their own thing in the interim period? So we have locals willing to help out if that is of interest. I've also asked the team if they want to get involved in that. Not very non-committal answer, shockingly, as you would expect from the team. But I at least invited them to participate so that, at least if they can't bitch about it later on and say we cut them out of it. So, but minimally, it's going to be Crew York and Nordecke partnered.
All right, on to the fun topics of Christmas. Christmas Eve, who wants to speak on this? Me? Okay. Did we announce where we're going yet?
That's not.
Yes, well, I told you. Did we announce it though?
No.
No.
This was the announcement.
Oh, this is the announcement. Okay, well, here we go. We still need to have one more meeting with them, but unless something really psycho crazy goes, but they're very excited and we're very excited that we're going to be at Pastimes in Grandview for Christmas Eve. We are going to have their party room that is artistically decorated with Crew blue jackets and Ohio State art in spray. I think it's spray painted in that room. Yes. But I know that we have worked with them on doing a couple rounds of some appetizers. Is that right, Emily?
Yeah.
That we worked on.
There's like a 2-tier, like there'll be half appetizers at 6 and half at 8. So then as people, kind of come and go, there'll be food. It's not like heavy apps, but it's something.
It's something you can grab. And then obviously they have a full menu bar. I'm finalizing the plans with my friend and them, but we are planning on doing a crew trivia as well. He runs their trivia games there on Thursday nights. Pardon?
Will there be mugs as prizes for the trivia?
I mean, only if you're really lucky. Depends on the points that you wager. If you wager, we might do that as the currency. Like I want to wager 4 mugs on this answer. And
Can it be boxes of instead of a single?
we could, or just the crate, thing. Yeah. But working on that and finalizing the details, but we'll get the final details and putting that out there. They've wanted to partner with us for a while with like watch parties and stuff like that. So we're going to do this one with them and see if we can get them another watch party. It's near the stadium. There is parking, 2-tier parking there. And we're excited because there are food options. We're old and it's parking. It may be cold like this. It may be like 60 degrees. We don't know. It's Ohio. But to partner with them and do that, like it's been something that we've been kind of talking with for a while to get them involved. So I know their staff is really excited. We're excited. So it'll be a fun night, to kick off Friday night, have a couple drinks after work, get some appetizers, test your crew knowledge with trivia. And it'll be a fun time, so I'm excited for that. And then we're finalizing if we're able to have a little bit of merch sales too, with some of that inventory that we have, unlocking the vault, as we would like to call it, with some of the things that you might have seen as an old fan, or some things that you might have forgotten and been like, oh, mine broke many years ago. I want to replace it with this. So definitely good opportunity for those as well. And then where was I at? Sunrise toast. Well, it'll be at sunrise the next day. We have a Toastmaster. I'm not going to tell you who that is. We're going to tease you a while and probably reveal it a couple days before that, but I know who it is, and it's a great fucking Toastmaster, if you want to pardon my French. So we're excited. We've already agreed we're going to do it same place on the plaza. We'll have the champagne, we'll have non-alcoholic options, and then
Duck donuts.
thank you. I was like, there's food somewhere, something. Donuts and coffee from Duck Donuts. They're going to open up early, very early again for us, so we want to give them their shout out. If you need some if you need diabetes donuts, go to Duck Donuts. They're delicious and delightful, and support them as one of our partners. And then Christmas tailgate. My timeline's off. Someone remind me of the time that they told us in the last FO meeting. Wasn't it
6 hours.
6 hours.
Yeah, so we can set up at 11 and
lot open
opens
for
at
tailgating?
noon.
And I'm using a lot of air quotes, at noon for Christmas. Okay, yep,
But they haven't yet finalized like a standard. Like
correct.
For this.
But we know at least for Christmas,
For
it'll
Christmas.
open at noon. So it's been a long off season for some people, so get ready. That'll be fun. And then we've already kind of gone over TIFO. Game day, you kind of already touched on some of the
Yeah.
Christmas plans, unless you have anything else you want to touch on with that.
We are working with the Upper 90 Club, the podcast. We are working to try to get their loser of their pod up on the stand. We are working to get maybe some videos. They've been open to kind of working on a video to kind of just let people know and get everybody in on the joke, right? Because he's going to be walking around in Austin FC jersey.
I believe it's Mars.
Yeah,
He
Mars.
lost.
Yeah, it's gonna have, Messi on the back and stuff, so he'll be walking around and, show up at the tailgate and stuff, so I want everybody to know, like, yeah, obviously we should rule and stuff, but I don't want things to get out of hand with a lot of the day drinking that may be happening. But we're gonna try to get them to understand and.
the day drinking that name.
that maybe-
Yeah. But yeah, that's a fun one. They also are planning their toast and trot. So if you feel like being really healthy before said day drinking, listen to their podcast. I don't know they've thrown out a couple numbers, but they're going to be doing, I think, somewhere around a 5K, 6K. I don't know.
5.96.
Yes, 5.96K. But they're gonna get a little trot on after they toast with some champagnes, and after, I believe they'll be at City Tavern to watch some of the soccer games before tailgate and Christmas and all that goes in full effect. So if you're not part of their run club, listen to their podcast. They'll have that information. Sign up. If you want to learn about it, talk with them at the toast, or talk to the guy wearing the god awful lime green Austin FC shirt at Christmas. But they're a fun group of guys. They are doing stuff to help promote with Nordecke stuff, and we want to help promote their podcast. So good group to work with that.
1 second, Mommy's got her hand raised.
Yeah, Melanie, go ahead. Sorry.
Hi, no, you're fine. I don't know how often I can jump in, and you guys can hear me. I had two quick things. So for Christmas Eve, I know we're working on like merch sales, but I do plan to have some giveaways that we can do. TBD, but there will be free things somewhere, somehow, and come sign up, membership, whatever, hang out, party. It'll be fun. Win some things. And then as far as the tailgate, I just did want to, on behalf of Black Flag, I want to let everyone know we are going to do the chili cook-off again. That is in our plan, and we're going to get a sign up genius out for like sides, accoutrements, all the fun things. We're gonna work with Emily in community to try to kind of do some sort of whatever she wants to do, honestly. Maybe a donation drive or something. Um, since chili cook-off is typically our biggest thing that we do as Black Flag. So I just wanted to chime in on all of those little points.
Appreciate that. Yes, sorry, I did not mean to overlook the Christmas chili cook-off. That was an oversight on me. I'm
You're
just blocking it out because I can no longer have said chili, at least most of it, so.
Well, do a special chili. It's fine.
I know, I get special chili. Um. And then, yeah, what else was there? Oh yeah. I'm gonna jump over tickets and we want to discuss whether or not Christmas, and I want to hear from some of the people that haven't been on the board channel Slack. Christmas tickets, lottery versus free for all Hunger Games. The positives, the negatives, what would our fandom like? Because there are positives and negatives to both.
May I set something up real quick?
Go for it, yes.
Alright, so reminder for anyone who hasn't been locked in on tickets yet. Our allotment has decreased this year, net from 203 tickets per game to 150 per game. So compared to a year ago, we are down roughly, 25% in all of the inventory.
Correct.
Do we have any recollection from last season, if you don't, something you have, that's fine, about how quickly Christmas sold out? Like, a lot of games we were selling up until.
So Christmas, I think, when we put them on sale, Christmas was like 36 hours for the sellout. If I'm recalling correctly off the top of my head.
Christmas is quick. Everyone's ready to
With
get back
Christmas.
and see in the season and
With that, I think people were buying Christmas and then going and buying additional games. So there were multiple orders from people because they wanted to secure their Christmas tickets before putting Christmas in, and then others, and then not have the chance of getting their Christmas because it was selling out.
I mean, I don't mean to say that Debbie Downer here, but I would also say I feel like the optimism about the fan base, about the anticipated success of the season going into last year is probably higher than it's going to be for this year. So in terms of, I don't say excitement stand on, but
We have a new coach.
I'm not saying we won't
I was
happen.
gonna say, have you not seen our new coach without a shirt on? 'Cause
I retract my statement then, so.
Coaches also get automatic yellow if you take their shirt off. That's only the thing to be gonna try them.
You got like more members.
I think if it takes over a day to sell out, I think it's a regular sale is fine. But
I think it's one that you can kind of test the waters with as far as market availability, or not market availability, but like market demand. And like you said, see how quickly it sells out, kind of give us an idea of, not really an idea of how the rest of the season will go, but how quickly and in demand the tickets will be that we have to offer.
I would say if we don't do a lottery, just make sure there's like some advance notice of, announce 3 days ahead of time, tickets are gonna go sale at noon on this day or whatever time frame, so that people.
So currently we have all of our tickets for home matches prior to the World Cup break and or league play to go on sale next Tuesday. So if we're opting for free for all, we're basically saying we have 7 matches worth of tickets on sale once and Christmas plus everything else. So there's 2 things that happen. You have potentially increased traffic to the website, which could lead to the website growth. And the second thing that you always have to control for in any of these sales is confusion leading to unintentional orders. People aren't paying attention, and Christmas sells out super quick. They click on the next match of the order thinking it's Christmas, and then we have to be on the back end with a bunch of orders that people say, oh, man, I didn't mean to do that, but you guys have another Christmas ticket to compensate, right? Which is just not how any of that works.
I think you could go ahead and this is just something that just came. So put the rest of the items, like you said, on sale that we have up there now, and then have a special sale day just for Christmas. So that way people, they're not trying to grab kind of the different games we have available up there. You say, hey, here's the first allotment, and then say, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 days later, hey, Christmas tickets are gonna go on sale on this date, and they're gonna be up there until they sell out, first come, first served. And you can put a limit on how many tickets you would like the people to be able to purchase at once, so everyone gets the opportunity to.
And that's only for Christmas, right? You're saying?
Correct, yeah, only for Christmas, yeah.
Is there the ability to do like a hybrid option where instead of doing a full lottery, you can limit the sale for the first 24 hours to members only and not them?
Oh, that's not gonna matter. It's gonna sell out. We put it members only, it still sells out.
I know, but I would rather like members have the first opportunity to buy rather than general public.
Or it drives membership sales.
There is a way to limit that, and I can work with Norm and show him on how to set that up from how it was done last year for some certain games and stuff.
And this was done for Hell Real for years, just only.
Correct.
I mean, I kinda like that idea, because if that, if we're trying to drive, I think one of the things we've tried to figure out is how we get people to sign to join members earlier in the season and sign up earlier. And if that gives us 50 additional memberships or whatever number that we sign up.
I mean, the counter argument I'd make is the lottery does the same thing.
That's about.
And then it's not locked to the moment that we decide to launch. Because the argument behind lotteries in the past is that your availability to get tickets for something that's gonna sell out super quick is based on your life circumstances. If you're able to hop on, let's say you launch at 10 AM, but we're not at a job that allows you to hop on at 10 AM, you are SOL.
But if it's been 36 to 48 hours past and not sold out in 20 minutes, then it's less dependent.
Well, I mean, we're going off memory here, we're not going off our data. I can't tell you the exact number, and we have 53 fewer tickets. And we have what we know just from talking to people we know in our lives, that we have more non-season ticket members this year than 10 billion. I can't tell you if that's going to be, you could think you have more competition, but I think intuitively, you expect more people to be potentially going single game.
But to your point of like the 10 AM or whatever, you could set it to where it is later in the day that the tickets.
Oh, sure.
And there's still people that are gonna be.
Yeah, but there's still people, it doesn't matter
Yeah,
when you do
yeah.
it, some people are still gonna be screwed.
You can
It's
do it.
complicated to do a hybrid and do a ticket sale, and then say when those are sold out, we still have the bank for lottery, and then. I don't know, the people who are like Nordecke members automatically get in that, or is that too? Big stuff?
I feel like it'd be easier at that one, just, it's just lottery. It's like, water's open for 2 days and then that's less than 150 people, then they'll go in there.
Yeah. Like I did ask me, if there's tickets left at the lottery, then it's just free for all.
Or a downside to the lottery.
The downside that we had to the lottery in the Slack was timing more than anything else, because it's gonna run, like, launching it to make sure that we hit, like, whatever Allison said, like, the most engagement is like Monday through Wednesday. So then teasing it like Monday, Wednesday, but then you have to worry about people's paydays. So
The other concern on timing was, if you do it too late in the month, then people are potentially already going.
Looking alternative routes to get Christmas tickets.
And
Because-
Flo's gonna probably have two.
We've been some Christmas bundles for months already.
I think they're giving away a bottle of that. They're Yeah.
I'm not gonna go live. The other thing that the last few times we've run lotteries, so we've had to go like 3 and 4 rounds into the lottery. And that process just, it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort, for something that if we could just put them out there and sell them, like,
I mean, we could run it hybrid and just do it where it's one round. If you don't get it paid within the first
48 hours.
48 hours or whatever it is, then you automatically forfeited your ticket and you gotta, whatever's
And then
left is
whatever's
left.
left after that.
Well, but then, so the problem with doing Hunger Games after the first round is then you have people who put in a deposit expecting to have access to a ticket, and the people who didn't get drawn are SOL.
No, then they get first pick. It just
Well,
goes,
that's
But
what
that-
the draw is.
Yeah, that's the second round.
That's,
Yeah.
that's what the second round is.
Yeah.
If there's no one on the list, yeah, you're gonna get access to a ticket.
I like the idea.
8% option.
I like the idea of maybe doing it for a limited time to members, and then after that period, Hunger Games style to the general public.
So you're saying not lottery, but just free for all sale?
Correct, you
members
just say,
only,
hey, members only from X to X for this 8-12 hour period, you have the chance to buy.
do a members only
Members
pre-sale.
only pre-sale, and saying, hey, you have the chance to purchase your Christmas tickets, and after this time, it's open to the general public. That, I don't wanna take the credit for it, Brent came up with it, so.
He's being petty.
Mhm.
He's mad because some anonymous person had ideas for your stuff earlier. And we didn't get the credit for it.
Yeah, because if we limit it to 2 people, at worst, it's 75 people.
Correct, yeah, I mean, if you limit it to 2 tickets, you're talking 75 people, and we have 210 members already,
Yeah.
so.
And how many of those people are like,
And
how many,
are season
and how many are
ticket
season ticket
holders?
holders?
Yep, my guess is 150 of them.
Right, so like if nothing else, you're getting either season ticket holders who want to buy an extra because they want to bring a friend and they're ready to buy tickets because they've already been ready to buy tickets, or you have people that are anticipating that they're going to come out. So I think if we do 24 hours of member only pre-sale, we should be able to knock out at least what's in there, because worst case scenario, we end up having to sell maybe 50. I mean, I would think that would be worth it.
People good with 24 hours for members? Remember only 24-hour pre-sale?
Depends how,
Depends on the 20.
depends on the timing.
You can do like 6 to 7.
Well, I'm not thinking that, I'm thinking about when you announce it, which one you have. If you get your message out there and everyone knows, you do 24 hours. But if you basically say, all right, on a Monday, we're announcing that on Tuesday, it's going to be a 24-hour window, I worry it doesn't get out.
No, I think on comms, we could definitely start that at least a few days ahead of time, depending on when we get the plan locked in and when we actually want to sell the tickets. I don't think that'd be a problem at all.
Yeah, because then you wouldn't have to worry about invoices and getting them back either. They would just be paid, then you don't have to go through the list of,
Oh, that's not what I'm worried about.
well, but that was the other timeline issue though, right?
Oh, no, it's a timeline
Yeah.
issue. Timeline also gets broken, the website breaks.
Well,
So,
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why I'm pro lottery, is because I think it's the best for the stability of the website, that you basically filter your traffic out over a longer period.
But you could also have the waiting room, as we've seen with the parking passes, that kind of slows it down to a certain extent.
Yes. My memory, correct me if I'm wrong, is that we tried that for playoffs and it was a much bumpier process because the volume was not.
I think for the playoffs one, there was a timing error on getting the waiting room set up. So people were on there, and when they were on there already and then when the waiting room kicked in, it kicked those people off that were already on there trying to purchase something and abandoned it.
Which happened during the season too for parking.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple of times there was an issue with the
Yeah,
waiting room going up.
I think it's kind of that 80-20 rule. If we can come up with something that's gonna work for 80% of those out there, that would be worthwhile.
So timeline looking. 16th through 18th is too far out.
That was the timeline.
Was it, or was that the one I suggested anyway?
The one you suggested was basically the 13th, launching the 13th.
The 13th through the 16th, and then.
Well,
paying
because there's
that
the
one.
engagement. We said what, Monday through Wednesday?
Well, I mean, so we also allowed an initial timeline, 2 days for invoices, you really only do
Right.
24 hours for invoices.
What if you did the members only on President's Day? Most people have the day off.
President's Day special.
President's Day is like the-
Celebrate when we used to have real presidents.
Valentine's.
I was gonna say is-
People these days.
Stay supposed to say, it must sound like a political thing.
You're gonna sell just single tickets.
It's not
We'll buy two.
pushing anyone. We don't have to say my tagline there, but
I just want to really quick draw attention. Ashley made a good point. Since we have this membership purchasing issue right now, we will have to get that fixed before we
oh,
launch.
100%.
Yeah. So maybe I know Brian's back in town tomorrow. Hopefully Saturday that'll be fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom's could do a whole week of, blast socials on emails everywhere. Somebody's still going to be pissed they didn't see it somewhere somehow. And I think President's Day is a good timeline, in my opinion.
So 24 hours of President's Day.
Do you think related to that one post when that is fixed would be the people that like me and try fail to buy membership, you know, they can try to
Check off your own, Alex. No.
Let everybody else know.
Yeah, once we get our backroom hamsters wheels greased up and working again, we can definitely let people know.
Because
But
the
that's
President's
fixed.
Day, we get people a solid 2 weeks. We try to find alternative tickets if
Yeah.
we sell out.
Yeah.
If we sell out in that 24-hour period.
All right, so motion to do a members only 24-hour sale for Christmas on Monday, the 16th. And then Hunger Games free for all on the 17th. That's what I'm motioning.
Second.
That was quick.
All in favor?
Everybody raise your hands because I gotta do it for you, and I'm voting on behalf of Colin. So, Courtney, Brad, Paco, Brent, Emily, Chris,
Melanie.
Melanie. Melanie, is that you raising your hand to vote, or is
Yes.
you raising your
Yeah,
hand
I'm voting.
Okay, thanks.
All right, cool. Motion passes. Let the Hunger Games begin. Buy your memberships, get a Christmas ticket. All right, now any other ticketing updates since I kind of jumped that one?
Okay.
You kind of spilled the beans,
Sure.
but
Okay, so, as many in this room have figured out, currently the website is not broken, but not functioning. It's kind of like the Black Knight in Monty Python. You know, it's not dead yet, but it is something that, the current issue that came through today is that anything that's trying to be purchased off the website that requires shipping is not pulled into the website. We feel we've identified behind the scenes the root of the issue, but it's gonna take a couple steps to fix. And it's not something I can just do one click, or any of us can do a one click and fix at present. So, it's probably gonna take these be fixed on the weekend, but currently, the only memberships that can be processed completely are lowest tier. Or call it this year, support tier. Um. There have been some enterprising individuals who have discovered that if you just don't tell us where to ship your lunch, that you can purchase a higher tier benefit. But I would not recommend that because it creates more work for us down the road. So memberships, lowest tier, no issues, those can still go through. Black and gold tier. We'll give the high salary minimum, so working as intended. Did I miss something?
Do you want us to put out anything on comms about it?
Now where we're at, I would say yes. Because I feel confident that it's not something that I can fix. Ticket sales shouldn't be bad.
As long as
I
it's
mean-
there, but
Tickets should not be, well, yes and no. It will be a shipping charge, but that's not my concern. My concern is, let's say that this for. I hope that Guillermo does not deem this to be true. But let's say that it's not fixed by early next week. Do you launch tickets knowing that a certain percentage of people who would buy memberships have not bought memberships? And you're opening up an entire tranche of tickets.
That might have,
Right. Like, I think if we don't have at least 48 hours before ticket launch where people could have bought memberships, because we functionally, I think at this stage, memberships were only live for about 48 hours before launch. And personally, I would not be in favor of launching tickets before your membership base has approved. For a variety of reasons. But that's kind of, that's a broader, like, if we get to that bridge, we'll have to have a board vote and think about what to do in this case, but. I don't anticipate us needing to consider that, at least I hope.
that's not real wood.
It's better than that. Any other questions, concerns? Anyone want to purse the hamsters?
If nobody has anything else about the website, do we need to go back to Christmas tickets to discuss and vote on price?
I don't believe so. We can have the open discussion, but we had spoken and agreed to at AGM the pricing and that we would not be raising any prices. Thank you. I felt that I couldn't. So unless someone has a counter argument to go back on what we publicly put out there at AGM. To change what we had said. And I'll be at the set ticket price.
There's 39 and 44.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Right. Anything else from any open to questions for now? Questions, comments, concerns?
the day after Christmas is the first cat we don't get, right back at the start again.
Oh God, oh, I don't like that. Not the Cappy game thing. No, I love the Cappy game. Just the way you casually said it's back at the Scott. Oh, that felt weird.
Aviator's own historic for 8 weeks.
We have a name for them.
The grow house.
It's a row house.
If anybody has any idea for new partners, please let me know. So looking to expand our partners and opportunities, specifically trying to branch out from the brewery and the bars and gather in more kind of family friendly item places and everything like that. So
Just out of curiosity, are they gonna have a crew two rosters or gonna be purely the first team alone?
No, they put out a TikTok this week. They still have like at least 5 people.
All straight from the academy.
They can have.
They have 10 players.
The question's gonna be more whether they're allowed to play at night or not, because they're all gonna be like 15. And do we have to be done before 7 so that they can like not break child labor laws?
What time is kickoff for Cappy Times Day?
Late.
It's, retail.
It's not late.
I have to scroll down on my calendar on my phone. That's all I do.
Daylight savings time also starts that day.
Yeah, so who knows what time it actually is?
God, why? So we're gonna time travel.
And then go to.
It's at
academy.
3.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 3.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting you know.
Okay. All right, well, thank you, Cappies, for that update. 3 p.m. Everyone recover, rally, go back to the grow house and. Well, maybe that's our problem. We need capybaras working back the website instead of hamster.
Speaking of copies, is any, going into last year, is there any update on US Open Cup? Are we in it? Are the copies in it?
It's first team.
Yes.
They tied it to league finish essentially.
Yeah.
So we just.
We made it.
We just like.
Oh, how good for us.
We're just bad enough to make the playoffs and qualify for it.
But we don't have details as far as,
Where they came out.
You know what we.
yeah.
And comms start the social campaign to make sure that the coaching staff and GAFO prioritizes the Open Cup as the main trophy this week.
No.
Oh, we can just convince Henry that that's like.
So, question for Nick. Now would be the time for us to ask questions around that day. In regards to all of the things from last year. Is there anything in particular that you have in mind or targeting that we want to see if it can happen for that when we're, 6 weeks out? I mean, it's gonna depend on where, how many people are gonna show up and where they're gonna let us sit. Last year they limited us to 3 sections, no matter which stadium it was at, it was one of the middle 3 sections. And so the big thing point last year was that they didn't let us hang banners in the corner at historic for most of the season. They let us do it at the new stadium, but we have to use like the rails above the club, which was fine, but it's kind of can't see the whole thing. I don't know but.
Because I mean, at least it's something we can bring up. So we're gonna have.
And they didn't bring up smoke, and they didn't let you guys do smoke last year, correct?
So why?
Because we weren't in the north.
The woodlands.
Not that they even must have been. But we were in the general section with everybody else. They don't want waivers.
We can't do smoke. Can I ask for an alternative of bubbles?
Glitter.
I don't think they would stop us from bringing.
Bubbles.
So I'm throwing this out, not knowing if it, but I think for Kathy Times Day, it might be possible. Which is, if we have a couple banners reloaded on Saturday, could we tear down a small amount, I'm not saying we can definitely tell them that, but see if we can get permission to hang a couple banners and then see if we can get one person allowed back there after much take it down. I don't know that they'll say yes, but I think it's at least the ask on their side is low enough. That might get them to a yes. The reason why I bring it up is I'm wondering if it's like. Is that something that would even be attractive to the Capi Bravo, considering it's not in the section that we would be in, probably potentially some of this. Yeah, I think, I mean, we have ours, a 6 banner, so that we like to hang up somewhere, and then maybe additional would be great. We also would like, if we would like the team also to do the flags for the second team if that's possible. Right about last time, but.
Oh, that's a good one. Could we ask too for capo stands? Since we can't have people on them, but we could put banners there so they're near the field and they have visibility. It wouldn't have all 6 necessarily, but we can put some of the, and then try to, you know.
Yeah, but ideally, like, if they would let us use the Nordecke hanging banner, we can hang, like, you may fit like one banner on each capo stand, and then you'd have the other ones on like the first level above.
Yeah.
Nordecke. Yeah, I think if we, like, I can't promise that they'd be accepted, but I think if the barriers lower, because they already are not stadium open to us, then. So, at least we can run that, and we'll see if we can.
I also want to give you the weird approach for the first one, the question, hey, maybe we can better for the other 5 or yes game for that same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it didn't, nothing broke.
Well, we have a new guy in charge. Or in charge. Well. Yeah, no, we have him there. How I got to this, yeah. Yeah, I have one more thing to bring up as well. So Kevin Bravo, it was me and Carlos, and Kevin Bravo went out to the ISC conference, 2 weeks ago. We think that it would be great for someone on the board to go to ISC conferences as well, so as part of the other membership groups or support groups that are part of ISC. I think it'd be good for the organization to see anything that comes on there and get bounce ideas off other groups. Is it annual or something? It's every year. Those right now it's in January of the year.
Yeah. I sometimes reach out to other support groups and there's a fan base that we have animosity towards. And like St. Louis or whatever, and they've mentioned it as well, that they know and.
Thinking about how, I know that like Nordecke is the umbrella of all supporters groups. Is there an opportunity for Nordecke to be part of that, or?
Nordecke itself cannot. If they do, then all the individual groups have to leave ISC. So it's like one of the other. You have the umbrella group in, and then no other supporter groups, or you have the individual supporter groups and nothing. So right now there's like 6 supporter groups in, and then 1 that applied. So so each of them have their own members that are part of ISC.
Where was it? I'm assuming it changes every year.
Yeah, so it was in Denver this year, and it was in Minnesota last year. Next
Why
year
did
is.
they pick the cold places?
Denver's not cold, it's been 65 degrees.
Here though.
It's colder here than it was. Next year it's the East Coast is like with rights. So anybody on the East Coast can bid, and then if no one on the East Coast bids, then it'll go to the general populace. But
And when is it with this schedule change? I didn't ask, will it still be January or what?
there'll have to be a ISC, but like a membership vote on that. See if they want to change it, because it's only changing for MLS, it's not changing for NWSL or USL, anybody else right now. So they might keep it, if they keep it, it'll be during the.
I was gonna say, it's still during the winter break.
But if they move it, then it'd be during the off season.
Not gonna ask what kind of the general thing, I mean, I know it's bringing supporter groups together, but is it different agenda items kind of going over every year? Are there kind of themes that, at least as long as you've gone and seen and?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that are like that happen each year, so like, and then there's a bunch of other things that are like there's like workshops, there's like TIFO workshops and there's, like, meetings where you can just kind of talk to other groups and get ideas on like how they increase membership and or how they make merch or who they partner with and stuff like that. And like this year there was a meeting with the MLS front office, like they have
Oh, wow.
a head of security there and Bruce can ask them questions and all that. And then they also had the Players Association reps were there this year. And so you can ask the Players Association reps questions and all that. So it's pretty interesting stuff and you get some very interesting knowledge about the league.
I thought you were gonna say something else. You get some pretty interesting ...
No, I mean, yeah, it is cool because you get the reps on the one side who they're against the league on a lot of things, and so they're not in the same room at the same time. So you have
Okay,
the reps that it can be pretty open.
they don't like battle it out in the ballroom, like, go!
They got touch the spoon and the shoe.
I think it's yeah. And they're in the same room for the first time ever, I think.
Well, keep us updated and like on that, cause that could be something, especially if it's like it's not gonna happen because we have a new coach, so we're gonna win it all this year, but after December, when we win the MLS Cup, like, hey, someone come to, that could be a cool thing, so.
Yeah, and the conference is free. It's just, there's just you gotta find your way there.
Travel and
Yeah.
board. That's not bad. Do they feed you?
They don't, I mean, no, not really. They have snacks at everyone.
You're not making this any better.
No, that's a good point. Thanks, Nick. Like I said, keep us in it and going up there like it.
I don't know. There's a homeless man in the bathroom. There's a homeless lady in the bathroom. I didn't follow her in there.
So,
All
Curtis,
right.
I misspoke. Norm told the numbers.
Yeah.
Last year's Christmas was about a week before it sold out.
So it was open for 7 days. I think it's.
Yeah, I mean, it was a general sale, and it looks like about 75 to 80% of them
Only this.
sold within the first 2 days.
So
I mean, so back to Alicia's point, like you would have probably about 75 tickets left over after that initial 24, 36-hour run.
I think that's a question. Thanks for looking.
That's
Minor issue on the website, the public code of conduct calls out over.com.
That's an easy fix.
Yeah, they're probably fined all.
Their Wi-Fi still says connect to Liquor.
Maps
Yeah.
says it too.
But he's-
Apple Maps still has it as like dirt
Oh,
box.
did they finally take the name off?
That's the right
Last year.
Scott's, Miracle Grow, there's no space between Scott's and Miracle Grow. So like, certain places, if you put that space in there, you put this.
Ticketmaster search for over.com still works.
Yeah, the Apple Maps still has the dirt lot as
The Google car hasn't gone. The Apple car hasn't gone by yet.
yeah. Okay, that's a question. Satellite. Google Maps has to. Check them.
I think the satellite view is, and so.
I have no appointment, I'm not going. I just don't go because there's business practices.
Okay.
Already got trapped in the conversation. Mm-mm. Specifically at the time too. I don't know how to have an appointment directly.
Yeah, Google Maps, I actually said.
One pass on the other.
Ask her, please.
Stephanie, is Melanie on there?
Yeah, Melanie's got her hand up.
Okay.
Go ahead, Melanie.
Am I good to go?
Hold on, guys. Melanie's got her hand up.
Hi, okay, sorry. Brad, I wanted to talk to you really quick. Because I know I've asked for the email information a couple times now and I still haven't received it. Do we have
It-
an ETA on that?
Yep, it is coming tonight. I have-
Okay.
Yep, email is drafted to send to you.
Okay. Can I follow up and ask? Because so it was supposed to be done on the 1st, and I know you logged in this morning. It's as simple. I talked to Brian. It's as simple as a login password. Was there a reason that it took a little bit longer?
Yeah, my grandfather's dying and in the hospital, so I've been dealing with that and family issues.
Okay, well, I mean, you're at the board meeting right now and you have been on Slack, so I was just trying to get an idea of what was going on because I feel a little blindsided by some things and I'm just trying to understand and I wanted to talk about this publicly because I feel like I've tried to connect with you on a personal level and it's not working. So I just wanted to see if there was anything that you needed from me to make this happen, make it keep going forward.
No, ma'am, you will get it tonight.
All right, so yeah, Brad, make sure she gets that information tonight.
Yep.
As soon as you're home.
Sure.
Is it just like?
If it's
like-
sitting as a draft, you can send it back. Also,
Well, Brad, I'm sorry to hear about your grandfather. That's never easy. But there is another issue right now, and it is with one of our partners right now, and I'm just with that. There has been some confusion between Supporter Supply and us. They were under the impression that they were supposed to be in production for 750 stickers, trucker hats, scarves, and long sleeve shirts.
Nothing has been sent for them as far as to start the production. Everything was all the quotes. It was waiting on everything to be verified. I sent the information over to Melanie. They decided that everything has been decided to go the opposite direction. I can send an email to them as well, let them know that we're not going with them, that decisions were made to go elsewhere.
When was that email sent to them
Or what?
saying that we weren't going in that direction?
Email has not been sent.
Okay,
Okay.
I do not have an email from you, Brad. I know I had asked
He's getting
for,
into his computer right now.
no, I mean for the quotes and everything. I had asked for that yesterday and I do not have that. Or anything in relation to the supporter supply agreement or whatever was discussed.
Sure. It's coming.
This confusion right now because Supporter Supply had stated that they had gotten confirmation on the 27th to go forward. As of right now, the stickers are produced and should arrive this week. Hats and scarves were in the final pre-production stages. Long sleeve t-shirts were in the middle stage of pre-production that they had to put a hold on.
There was nothing sent to them saying start production. It was, everything I had was the quotes, and I said, I will take it to the board and to bring it to a discussion.
Sounds like we're getting conflicting information here. From Supporter Supply, what sort of confirmation do they claim that they received? What do they claim they got a written receipt? Do they claim it's verbal? Like, do we know like what they're claiming to have received?
They were told that on the 27th, I believe is the date where they were said to go ahead onto production with these. And I know that we had not agreed upon a membership kit and the merchandise for that until Saturday, the 31st.
The only communication that was sent to them was said, team, the hat and scarf look great. Spoke with the board. Can we pivot to a sticker instead of a card decal? Also, could we pivot to a long sleeve t-shirt or hoodie option instead of the polo? The consensus from the other board members is that the polo would be too close to the supposed new jersey that has been leaked out there on phone.
So I do know you spoke with us yesterday and you said you received a quote on the shirts that were $17.50 a piece. So do you have the thread that was in? Is that a different thread maybe?
I have the whole, it's all one email chain.
So I'm wondering if maybe the mix-up is somewhere in that email chain. They might have misunderstood or
Going over
maybe we misrepresented what we were
the cell phone
going
count
with.
stuff. Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, yes, yep.
I think the question is because there's a bit of a confusion, misunderstanding, whatever that is. The communication they said they received on the 27th, well, you may not have this information, but do you know if that was, whether, I don't know if that was Kevin or was it, or Morgan, sorry, Morgan's name, sorry. Was it verbal or was it like, was it said that they got an email?
I do not have the details of that. But this is something we need to figure out because right now they were under the impression that they're supposed to be making this. And now they're not, and they were in pre-production with things and the stickers are done. We're already on the hook for those. And that's $375 of product that we didn't vote on. And with the other items, that's $9,000 of production that we will be on the hook for if we don't get this sorted out.
I never sent an email to them saying, move forward with anything.
What was your last conversation about? And when was that?
My last conversation with them was on the 31st when I said, got it, what would be the cost for the t-shirt?
So at that time, when you knew that we had voted on the kit, did you not reach out and let them know that we weren't gonna go with the things that they just talked about?
No communication had been to them other than the emails here.
Is there a reason why, once we did that on the 31st, we didn't send an email right away to them to let them know? Because you said that you have an email drafted that we're going in a different direction, but we don't have that to them.
There's no email drafted to them. I've not sent any.
So you haven't done anything to them to let them know we were going in a different direction.
That is correct. Nothing's been sent to anybody
Why is that?
because because I didn't send it. Nothing's been sent to anybody as far as confirmation or anything.
Something the board can like handle internally rather than just airing it out in public.
Well, normally I would agree with that. But this is not Brad's first discretion, unfortunately, and at this point, I'm trying to figure out where the miscommunication was. Because I have a longstanding partner that was under the impression whether or not, and I don't know what was on text, I don't have email receipts, I don't have this, I just have what they believe they were told versus what Brad is telling us now.
And they found out that we weren't going with the previous discussed kit when we launched our kit. So that was when they found out.
So as you can tell, they're pretty upset with that's them finding out how this is going down.
Even on the 27th, there would have been time to notify them that that wasn't the kit that we were planning.
They now claiming they want the 9,000 for the,
They paused two of them that were in the midst of pre-production. But we are going to be on the hook for those stickers, and that's $375 that we have to have. But the fact that they've designed things, started working with vendors, and now have to put a pause and not continue through with that order is a really bad look for our longest standing partner.
and any financial hit we take is overlaid by the fact that we had a very bad financial year. For those, I think everyone's aware of this, but we still are solvent. I don't know what the state is. We don't have money, but we have more money in the bank than the year ago. So, I will pitch this city.
That doesn't make things right or better. That's not, in the bylaws, it says that no director is financially responsible for things so that would go directly against the bylaws. That no director is financially responsible for the finances or withdrawings of the organization. I am paraphrasing it, but that is a thing in the bylaws that financially no one is responsible for that. Are all of your email threads in that Slack that Melanie will be able to see?
I sent the entire email chain to Melanie
Okay.
while we're sitting.
I will get further confirmation from their side. I will get further confirmation from your side, and then we will handle this as we need to handle this. Because this is a giant mess, unless someone else has any insight that they want to say or chime in or do anything. Because right now I'm at a he said. And I've got what they believe, I got what you're saying that you believe, and I don't know where there's the middle ground for this.
I think the biggest problem is that we had all discussed as a group because Melanie was the only person who was going to be applying for merchandise, so it was like obvious at that point that she was going to be the merch person. And in the transition period, you had said you needed a group together to collaborate on the kit. And there were several attempts to do that as a group. So I'm not sure how like stuff got ordered and communicated when it was never discussed as a group. In fact, some of the items that we discussed, that was unanimous that we were gonna go a different direction. So I'm not sure how those things got sent off in the first place because the group didn't collaborate and decide that.
The items that I had asked them to make. When I got the quote back from all that information, I dropped it in the Slack channel where it was discussed on what we were doing for the kits this year. It was all discussed in there, put in what the prices were. I dropped in the designs, prices. It was discussed from there. Nothing was committed on my end to them on anything.
And you didn't have any phone conversations or anything else with Shrek on their end?
Phone calls with Shrek were had in regards to what the potential cost would be as he was working on with his suppliers as he was overseas, gathering what the cost would be for the quoting of stuff. But to my knowledge, nothing was ever said of, hey, start these and put them into production.
Like I said, I will follow up with them. I will follow up with you. We gotta sort this out because this is, pardon my language, this is a fucking mess. All right, on that note, anyone else have any other final thoughts? I apologize for ending it on such a tough note.
Courtney, if you don't mind, I will say, I think we can all work together, figure a way out of this. Not out of it, but we will honor our commitments with Supporter Supply for sure. And if we have to kind of pivot and do a summer merch drop, whatever it looks like, we're gonna make it work. I want to start the season on a good note, and this isn't really how I expected to come into my term as merch director. So I just want to be transparent and open with everybody here. I will do what I can, and I'm going to be as available as I can, and we will make this work. It will be okay in the long run. It sucks right now, but we will figure it out.
Thank you, Melanie.
If there's a pile of stickers or merch going around, it's possible to put that inventory and allow them to sell some of it on their website and then allow us to sell it on.
We'll have to talk to them about that. It's not a bad idea, but
Ideas. And all since on our website, it's gonna sell a lot slower. I'm sure they don't want it all to be on their website.
yeah,
It's a big pile.
it's an idea we can throw at them. All right, well, done in under 2 hours, guys. Good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Paco has paper. You gotta be more specific on that. In the times we live in.